gone for 2 weeks. Did you even notice? Probably not, because my YouTube videos continued to go up, my emails were being sent, the work was getting done, and the money was being made. All while I was enjoying the beautiful English countryside with my family on a dream vacation I've been planning for like 3 years. Now I share this with you not because I want to brag or rub it in your face. I'm sharing it with you because I want to share with you the system that I had in place to allow for me to be able to make over $5,000 while on vacation and continue to have the online presence that I know I had. You can build your business so that you can have a presence even if you are not present. And I want to break down the steps for you so you can do that too. Hi, my name is Desiree and I help you use video and online marketing to collect those leads and turn them into dollars. Now, there are some pretty foundational things that I have done to do this, and I'm going to break down the 3 of these for you now. First, it's going to be a really good content plan. Second, it's making sure that you have a really great team in place. And third, it is understanding how to build passive income streams in your business so that you can continue to have success. So if you're here because the thumbnail was really good and you've never been here before, or you need a little reminder, this YouTube channel exists not only to educate you and help you, but to get leads to my agency, All-in-One Social Media, which puts military spouses to work as social media managers anywhere that they're stationed around the world, while also helping small businesses with social media marketing and management services. That is what happens. That's the foundation of where that income comes. So in order for me to continue to have success, continue to get leads, continue to have a presence, and have the other financial things that support it, I had to keep showing up even if I was going to be gone, which is why my step 1 with my content plan was so important. I spent a lot of like May and June, because I was gone the last 2 weeks of June, really getting planned out what I was going to do. I planned out all of my content ahead of time that I had to record. And I had to record ahead 6 weeks because I wanted to not only have like the 2 weeks that I was gone, but also the week after, because I wasn't going to come back and then just jump in and be ready to go. So I want to make sure that I had time to transition and still have time to record videos when I came back. So I worked really hard to get that done. Now, you might be like, why would that be so hard? Well, you have to remember, I had already had an existing plan in place. My videos already post twice a week. I had to continue to maintain that schedule while also getting ahead. So I would spend a day minimum every week where I'd be recording 2 or 4 videos to really kind of push ahead the content. And it took me that long to do that because I not only had to get the content done ahead of time, I had to get it off to the editor and other things I talked about with the team section to make sure that published. Now, the other part of my content that's important is not only what shows up here on YouTube, but also in my email, The Fix. The Fix focuses on giving you a weekly dose of your social media fix, if you will, so that you are able to stay up to date with what is happening in the social media space. We not only share my most recent YouTube videos and my podcast episodes, but also news and information that is happening. It would not be topical or relevant if we were showing things that were a week or 2 old. So we also had to have a plan in place for making sure that that content was sharing at that right time, which is why step number 2 is so important. It's having the right team. Y'all, I don't care what you say. I don't care what superwoman that you think you are. You are not going to be able to do everything on your own. Even if you just have a simple VA that helps you with tasks and stuff, you have to make sure that you have a plan to exist without existing. That means having someone who mans the helm while you're gone. Now, my team has 4 people. I have my project manager, I have a social media manager, I have a content creator, and I have a VA. And so we had worked ahead of time because all of these things that I've been doing with my content, my business, have been pretty systemized. It made sense for them to just take over and do the things that were necessary. So the things that they also had to do was get the videos from the editor and the thumbnail company, which are 2 services that I use. Now, in addition to my 4 people, I also have some services that I work with that help me accomplish things I need to get done in my business. One of them being VidPros, which is who edits all of my YouTube content, and the other one being Custom Thumbnails, who are the ones that make my thumbnails. So I had to make sure that not only I got them all the content at a time, but they had to have time to edit and we had to review and then they had to make changes. And then we also had to do the same with the Custom Thumbnail company as well. What do we want? And then they had to send it back. And it was just a lot of that back and forth. Now, my team that's in place, my project manager very specifically, knew what to expect from our video content, what things should look like and what things to look out for. So when I was gone, even though we had made all this content ahead of time, we still had to have that content still reviewed and scheduled out so that it could publish on time. Which again is why the content plan is so important, because she knew what videos were going out when. We had our systems in place for like, was this recorded? Were the thumbnails ordered? When do they need to publish? What are the links and stuff that need to make sure they get included in the description? How are we gonna write our descriptions? All of these little things that go into making the videos here on YouTube successful. And then what we're able to do is turn to our VA who creates all of our email marketing pieces. And she was able to not only do the existing thing, which she already does, which is sharing YouTube videos and podcasts, but she also collected all of the relevant social media news and information that was happening. Now, one of the things that actually happens every single week with my emails is I had something kind of funny and silly that's relevant to what's going on. So what she did is she actually just went to my Facebook page where I was posting updates that was happening with me on my travels, and she would use that as kind of the base of like, this is what's happening with me right now while we're having this conversation. vacation. So it was like I never left because I had the right team in place executing on the content that we had already scheduled and published out. Now, when we talk about the money making part of this, you have to remember that while I was gone, I continued to get leads into the business. I had a lot of referrals come in. I had people that signed up through my website. And again, the project manager and the VA knew what to do to execute to make sure that those things were able to still happen seamlessly without any problems. Onboarding new customers and communications with our potential leads are always a top priority for us, because without that, like, what's the point of showing up here in this box? But we also have other things in place that allow for us to make revenue as a business, and a small business, but still necessary for the brand over the 2 weeks. And that is to do things like having our sponsorship videos where we had published them as part of our schedule and the invoices were sent. We had affiliate payments that came through. We had client work that paid out. And we also had a couple of other little random things that had come in, like Amazon and so forth. So over the course of that time, our business made well over $5,000 over the course of that time. In fact, it was probably more closer to 8. This is important to you because one of the greatest things about being in this box and building an online brand with video is not only to fuel your service or your product that you have, but it gives you other ways to make money as well. We know, especially from like COVID and like the current state of the world, having one stream of income is never going to be successful for your business. If you're always chasing clients or you're always hoping for product sales, you're really putting yourself at risk as well as your team. So it's important to make sure that you have a well-balanced plan for the different kind of income streams and revenue models that you have. Now, if you want some ideas for different kind of revenue streams and things that you can do as a business owner, I want you to watch this video that I have for you right here where I share with you my income streams so that you can mirror them too.